Hello beautiful, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Mawaheb. I want to start off this video by saying thank you to every single one of you that have subscribed to my channel, especially in the last 8 to 9 months that I've come back onto YouTube after taking a year's break from candle making and also filming content. The last few months my channel has been doing amazing. We are so close to 2,000 subscribers, which blows my mind. I can't even fit 1,000 of you or 100 of you inside my flat, let alone 2,000 of you on my channel. It's just extremely exciting and incredible, and I honestly couldn't have done this without you. Having you guys tuning into my videos every Sunday and taking time out of your Sunday to just watch me for 10 to 15 minutes, I'm super grateful for your time, you guys. The one thing that I can't give back to you is your time, and I just want to thank you, and I appreciate the fact that you do take time out of your Sunday or any day that you choose to watch my video. Just thank you for taking time out of your day and watching my video and taking notes and also engaging with my video. I feel like one of the most amazing things of having a YouTube channel or a social media channel is the fact that I can connect with you guys from all over the world. I have you guys speaking to me from Brazil. I have you guys speaking to me from all countries around Europe. I have some of you that even watch me from Australia, you guys. And it's on the other side of the globe. It's just amazing how I can connect with you from all parts of the world. It just makes me so excited. And of course, some of you that watch me locally from London or the UK, the US as well. It's just amazing. I just can't tell you guys how happy I am that I've come back onto YouTube, that I've come back into creating content and just sharing my candle making journey with you. It's just been so exciting. I've had quite a lot of you that have joined this channel that are still beginners into the candle making journey, and I feel like the last few months you guys have been enjoying my burn test videos and testing different types of waxes. Also my basics 101 cotton wicks video is doing amazing. That was a very long introduction, you guys. I am very sorry. Today's video I want to guide you through candle terminology. Like I said, there has been quite a lot of you that are new to the craft, and you're probably thinking, what is a cold throw, a hot throw, a burn test, and all these candle terminology that we use in the candle making industry. So without further ado, grab yourself a pen, a paper, a cup of tea, and let's get straight into it. The first two common words that you might hear all the time is a cold throw and a hot throw. So a cold throw is basically how the candle smells like before you burn your candle. So after you've made your candle, you've cured it for 48 hours or a week or sometimes 14 days depending on your preference, you pick up your candle and you give it a good smell, and then you rate it from 1 to 10 on how good the cold throw is when you first smell the candle before burning it. A hot throw is how your candle smells like during its burn cycle. So that is how the candle smells like in the bedroom that you're burning your candle, in the living room, in the bathroom, wherever it is that you decide to place your candle. How is it smelling? Is it weak? Is it strong? And you can rate it from 1 to 10 to give you a little bit of an idea of how the candle is burning. After you've rated your cold throw and now you've lit up your candle because you want to test the hot throw, this is when your burn test begins. So when we say the word burn test, this is when you will grab your pen and your paper and then you start writing how your candle's behaving, and that's from the hot throw. Also note down how your cold throw is doing. Also note down your flickering flame, if your candle's burning evenly, and so on and so forth. You'll also hear us saying a burn test cycle. So this is the process of burning your candle from start to finish, and that includes a series of burn time cycles. So what I mean by that is, if you guys have seen my burn test videos, I'll leave a few of them down below. The first round of burn time cycle will be for 4 hours. You switch off your candle and then you start again the next day for another burn time cycle for another 4 hours, and you keep on track of how many burn time cycles you're testing your candles. So if you've done 10 burn time cycles, make sure that you note down that you are at 10 burn time cycles, and throughout your burn time cycles you will take down your notes to see how your candle is behaving at different hours and also different types of burn time cycles. Another terminology that we use when you're burn testing your candles is the burn rate, which I don't actually tend to show you when I'm burn testing my videos, but the burn rate of the candle, I'm going to read it off my phone because I don't want to miss out any important information. The burn rate is also known as the hourly burn rate. This is the rate at which a candle burns, typically measured in grams per hour. To calculate the burn rate, a candle is weighed at the start of a burning period, then weighed again at the end of the burning period. But I'm actually going to do this in a completely different video to give you guys a better idea and a visual idea so you guys can understand what I mean. Flame height, basically the distance or the height between the bottom of the flame to the top of the flame. I tend to be very picky with my flame height, you guys. If my flame height is higher than my candle container, I consider that a high flame. But if my flame height is lower than my candle container, I consider that a good flame. And this is how I measure it basically. Flash point. So the flash point of a liquid, for example your fragrance oil, is the temperature at which the liquid gives off a vapor that could cause it to ignite if exposed to a source of ignition. Fragrance load. So this means how much your wax can hold its fragrance. With some waxes it's 8 to 10%. With other waxes is 8 to 12%. Fragrance content does sound similar to fragrance load. Fragrance content means the proportion of fragrance oil in the candle mixture. A fragrance content of 10% means that 10% of the total weight of the candle mixture contains of fragrance oil. The remaining 90% of the candle is the wax. Does that make sense? That's the difference between fragrance content and fragrance load. As a candle maker, when you're testing your candles, not every candle will be perfect, especially when you're using a natural wax like soy wax or a blend of soy and coconut or coconut wax on its own. You will tend to hear candle makers and yourself will say things like, my candle has cavities or holes in my candles, my candle has jump lines, or my candle has pullaways or glass adhesion. For example, if you haven't seen my RCX video or my S41 video, I had quite bad glass adhesion or pullaways. So for example, what I mean by glass adhesion or pullaways, so when your candle is hot, your candle expands, and when it's cooling, it shrinks. So as it shrinks, the candle pulls away from the candle jar, and it can also react to temperatures of your home. But if you guys compare my S41 and the RCX wax to my A05 wax, you can see that my A05 has very good glass adhesion even after it shrunk and it cooled down. So depending on the candle that you have, some candles have really good glass adhesion and some candles have really bad glass adhesion. When you're also burning your candles, you want to look at your melt pools, and that is the point where your wax turns from solid to liquid. You want to look at your melt pool and see if it's too deep or a good size. And what I mean by too deep is basically when your candle is burning too fast. Depending on the diameter of your jar, you want to test how fast or slow your candle is burning. And let's say you've got a 3-inch diameter, you'd want to have a full melt pool so your wax has become liquid by the 3rd hour burn. That's how I test my melt pool. If I have a 3-inch diameter, for example, and I've reached a full melt pool from one end to another at the 1st hour burn, that means my candle is burning too fast. So by the time you got to the 4th hour burn, you guys, half of your candle will literally be a melt pool, which you want to avoid. Sooting means a black powdery carbon deposit caused by an incomplete combustion of candle wax and fragrance oil. So basically, you guys, this is how I test soot. If I'm burning my candle and I've got a wick that's too big for my candle jar, if you observe your candle closely on the flame, you guys, you can kind of see a black substance coming out of your flame, which means that your candle is literally just not burning very well. Another thing that I test with sooting is your candle jar. So as your candle jar burns, you probably won't get it on the first few hours burn, but for example, your 2nd or 3rd burn cycle, if you start seeing soot in your candle jar, so on the corners of your candle, that's not a good wick, you guys, which is why burn cycles are super important, and taking notes as you burn test your candle is important as well. You wouldn't want soot on your flame and in your candle container. Okay, beautiful. I am going to end today's video right here because these type of videos tend to be very information heavy, and I don't want to overwhelm you, and I hope that this channel is as beginner friendly as possible, and I hope that this video will give you insight and value into the terms that we tend to use as candle makers in the candle making community. If you enjoyed today's video, please make sure that you click on that subscribe button down below, like, comment, share, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.